Hi, everybody. John Haldi here, and I have David Cooper with me. David, welcome.
Thanks for having me, John.
So, David, if you'll indulge me, I would love to record a series of videos to help the people out there who are thinking about becoming a TSP or a line haul operator. And I want to go back to basics and assume they know nothing. So I'm going to role play the person who knows nothing about this space and hit you with a ton of questions. Is that cool by you?
Absolutely.
So, part one of the series I'd like to do is just explain what a TSP is and how it fits into the bigger FedEx picture. So let's start with that. What does TSP stand for?
So TSP is what contractors are, but is a transportation service provider. So we provide the line haul runs, the Class A vehicles, the trucks and trailers going down the road for FedEx Ground. There is also the ISP, and that's kind of the home delivery guys, but the transportation service providers are the guys running the big trucks going up and down the road for FedEx Ground.
So let me ask you this. When I'm on the road and I see these big tractor trailers passing me on the highway, sometimes the trailer says FedEx Ground, sometimes it says FedEx Freight, sometimes it says FedEx Express, and I've seen a few others, like I think Custom Critical or other things. What's the difference? How does that work?
So FedEx has kind of several companies within the one main company or under the FedEx brand. So they have their own trucks and own drivers that are employed, and they run the FedEx Freight trucks and they run the FedEx Express trucks. Then they have two other segments that you mentioned that run the contractor model. That is the Custom Critical. A lot of those will be the bigger Class B vehicles, actually, where it's the big cab with or the box on the back of it. And they do more white glove service. And then there's the FedEx Ground, which is what we do as TSPs. It is the line haul freight moving of packages from terminal to terminal.
So they're like different divisions within FedEx.
Correct.
And when we're talking TSP, that's just ground. It has nothing to do with the others.
Exactly.
And FedEx Ground is divided into the two worlds you mentioned, the home delivery and the tractor trailers.
Correct. Yep. It's really on class of vehicle. So everybody we're all CSPs, contracted service providers. But anybody that's running the A class vehicles, the tractor trailers, is a TSP, and the box trucks or the home delivery vans, those guys running the smallers, are the ISPs.
Okay. So to make sure I got it, someone orders a package from, say, Chewy or Walmart. That package ends up on a TSP's truck from the distribution center. They fill a trailer at Chewy.
Correct. Yep. So if they're sending full truckloads say it's a package that's being shipped ground, right? If it is a full truckload package or even partial truckload, but a big distributor, like you're mentioning, a Chewy, a Walmart, a Spreetail, we as TSPs will go to their yard with an empty trailer, leave the empty, grab the loaded one, bring that back to the hub for the sortation, and it goes from there. Now, if you yourself were wanting to send a package ground, right, and have a pickup or, a smaller business and it's just a single pickup, smaller box, it may be that a CSP picks up that package, they bring it back to the building, it goes on the big trailer, and then we take it from there.
Okay. But the bulk of what a TSP does is line haul work, meaning from one terminal to another with a sealed trailer, right?
Correct.
And is that where the expression no touch freight comes in?
Yes, sir. Yep. So that's really, we don't touch the actual packages themselves. We're just handling with the trailer. So even when you do a customer spot, you hear the term spot work a lot. You still aren't the ones unloading and loading the trailer. You don't have to touch the freight. You're just picking up and dropping off trailers. Really a big advantage when it comes to hiring drivers in this market. There's a lot of drivers out there that like the no touch freight model.
As opposed to getting the dolly and having to move things in, or a forklift and that kind of stuff. Okay. So now I think I understand the moving parts. You keep talking about the contracted model. Does that mean that you own the trailer?
No, sir. Yeah. With FedEx, we don't have to have any trailers. It is power only is kind of the term used throughout trucking. But we are a power only service provider. So all of the trailers that we use as TSPs, they're all owned by FedEx. We're just responsible for the trucks.
So you provide the truck and the driver?
Yes, sir.
So the driver is not on FedEx's payroll. They're on your payroll as a TSP.
It is one of the requirements in the contract in the TSPA or the TSP agreement. The TSPA is that all employees of the contractors be W-2 employees.
Okay. And I'm guessing the contract lays out lots of specifics about what you can and can't do and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, it tells you everything with what types of trucks and the safety equipment they have to have, and just the general language of it. You have to be available so many days of the year. You have to have the safety records. You have to do everything to stay compliant with the FMCSA. All of that is laid out in the contract.
Okay. But they don't come in and actually tell you how to run your business.
No, that's kind of the big difference. And, what keeps us from being kind of the franchise model, as a lot of people say, is that, they can't teach us how to run these operations. They can just provide the guidelines with which we have to operate.
Okay. This makes sense.